Whoa, 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 beautiful people, my beautiful patriots. Breaking news, y'all. This just aired now. So before we get into this amazing update, before you enjoy the show, y'all got to check this out. This is sad, y'all. This fella doesn't even know what's going on. Oh my God. Check this out, y'all.
When you talk about the economy, of course, it is by far the most important issue for voters. It's also true right now, Mr. President, that voters by a wide margin trust Trump more on the economy. They say that in polls. And part of the reason for that may be the numbers. And you're aware of many of these, of course. The cost of buying a home in the United States is double what it was when you look at your monthly costs from before the pandemic. Real income, when you account for inflation, is actually down since you took office. Economic growth last week, far short of expectations. Consumer confidence, maybe no surprise, is near a 2-year low. With less than 6 months to go to Election Day, are you worried that you're running out of time to turn that around?
We've already turned it around. Look at the Michigan survey. For 65% of the American people think they're in good shape economically. They think the nation's not in good shape, but they're personally in good shape. The polling data has been wrong all along. How many, you guys do a poll with CNN, how many folks you have to call to get one response? The idea that we're in a situation where things are so bad, the folks that, we've created more jobs. We're in a situation where people have access to good paying jobs. And the last I saw, the combination of the inflation, the cost of inflation, all those things, that's really worrisome to people with good reason. That's why I'm working very hard to bring the cost of rentals down, to increase the number of homes that are available. But let me say it this way. When I started this administration, people were saying there's going to be a collapse of the economy. We have the strongest economy in the world. Let me say it again, in the world.
Although GDP last week was far short of expectations.
Oh, it wasn't. Look, GDP is still growing. Look at the response of the markets. Overwhelmingly positive. Overwhelmingly positive. And one of the reasons why people feel good about it not being as strong as it was before.
Yeah, I was ready, they didn't have my back. They were petty, I stayed in my bed. On that petty, I brought it right back.
All right, beautiful people around the world, my beautiful patriots, brothers and sisters, what's going on? I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life. We've been covering all this corruption, all this disgusting stuff that is going on, you guys. Everybody coming after our mans, and sadly, they just can't accept it, y'all. Trump been taking wins left and right. Left and right. Everything is falling apart. These cases are falling apart, you guys. For real. We didn't stop Jack Smith dead in his tracks. Stop right there, Jack. Hold it, sir.
Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jake. And don't you come back no more.
What you say?
And we're going to pack your bags for you, buddy, and we're going to get you gone. But man, oh man, we sent out tons of hats, mega hats. In the last month, man, we've sent out over 1,000 hats. We've seen a lot of people get their hats yesterday that sent me an email with lovely pictures. People all in the comment section, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, people tagging me. It's a lot of love being spread, man. And where are all the haters? And where are those Biden foot massaging lovers at? They've been rubbing Biden's feet. We see some of y'all in the comment section rubbing his feet now. We need y'all to come in there and leave hate comments and dislikes so we can boost this video to more patriots around the world. Amen. So we love the hate comments. We love the dislikes. We need more of y'all to come on around so more patriots can come join the channel and join the family, baby. Yes, indeed, because we're going to crack open a cold one in November. We're going to crack open a cold one in November. Now, I want to send a huge shout out to the beautiful Jennifer that told me this video had a lot of information and I should also check this one out. She sent over a kind donation. Shout out to the beautiful Jennifer. She's been showing love for the last 2 years on the channel, even in my music reactions. And if y'all like music reactions and me reacting to all kind of other stuff, my channel catalog is huge. We have over almost 5,000 videos on this channel. I've checked out you guys' favorite songs, comedians. We've had so much fun on this channel, you guys. So go down my catalog and you can see, you can even type in my name and type in your favorite song or favorite comedian, it might come up because we've done a lot of amazing videos on this channel. But let's check this out, you guys. It's titled Trump Gets Huge Win as Jack Smith Case Implodes. Stop right there, Jack. It's time to hit the road, baby. We're going to get you going. Let's go and jump straight in, y'all.
A famous photograph, what we have now learned, and the government has had, Jack Smith and his prosecutors have had to admit that that was staged, and those top secret classified sheets that all the public saw and said, oh my God, look at those top secret documents, those were placed there by the FBI. What Jack Smith admitted in court this week was that, in his word, they mishandled the classified documents and misrepresented those to the court. Maria, that's a kind way of saying we tampered with the evidence, then we lied to the court about it, and they got caught when President Trump's lawyers and the other co-defendants raised this issue and said, look, the documents here don't match up. The documents that were presented to us don't match the digitally scanned records of when they were taken from Mar-a-Lago. And Jack Smith, not only did they tamper with that and lie to the court about it, but he's now admitted to the court that he doesn't know how that happened. He's only offered a number of possible explanations for how that could have happened. So he's absolutely blown the chain of custody. And again, he has a prosecutor, lead prosecutor in this case, Jay Bratt, who met with White House counsel and a representative of the National Archives several times in the weeks before Jack Smith was even appointed. This reeks of crossfire hurricane when the Obama-Biden administration fabricated evidence before the FISA court, lied to the court about it to pursue Donald Trump, and now we're seeing it again in this classified documents case. The judge could dismiss this case at any point in time, Maria. I think the only reason that she hasn't is she wants to document this publicly.
It's over.
Oh, Jack. It's all right, brother. We know you like massaging Biden's feet. I know he got those bunions and them crust on them heels. And he says, go harder, Jack. Go harder so I can walk up the stairs. You're not squeezing hard enough, Jack. And grab this scrubber and scrub that fungi off the top of that big toe right there, Jack. Thank you. Keep massaging Biden's feet, huh? Oh, man, it ain't gonna work, brother. We're gonna stop you dead in your tracks. And me and my Patriots are gonna crack open a cold one in November. Hope y'all are ready. I got the cooler ready now. I got the cooler ready, y'all. It's a big old cooler. Everybody can get 2, 3, 4, 5 drinks if you want.
Yes, gang, stick a fork in this moron. Jack Smith's classified documents case against President Trump has officially imploded. We're going to see precisely how the judge in this case has effectively ended Jack Smith's career and why the legacy media are having a total and complete meltdown. You're going to absolutely love this. Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you stay sane in these insane times. So you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button, and let's dive right in. In what's being called a slam dunk for President Trump, the classified documents case, the case that crossed the Rubicon 2 years ago by raiding a former president's home at Mar-a-Lago, that very case has now officially collapsed. Judge Eileen Cannon has postponed indefinitely the trial date for Jack Smith's case against Trump. The indefinite postponement, which is the closest thing that you can get for a judge to toss the case out entirely, comes on the heels of revelations that the prosecutor, Jack Smith, admitted in court papers that the prosecution did indeed tamper with evidence. Now, remember that image the legacy media published showing classified documents scattered all over the floor at Mar-a-Lago? You remember that? And we were supposed to think from that, oh, is this how irresponsible Trump is in treating national security secrets? My heavens, what's next? Are you going to tell me that he stored them in cardboard boxes in his garage? Yeah, well, as it turns out, those cover sheets on all the documents, they were literally planted by the FBI. Everything you see that says in capital letters, secret, secret, top secret, that was all planted. According to the court filings released by Judge Cannon, Jack Smith has admitted that the FBI brought those cover sheets to the Mar-a-Lago raid. They paperclipped them to the documents for the sole purpose of creating that stunt photo of the crime scene to make it appear as if that's how the documents were found. And unfortunately for Jack Smith, that's how he presented the evidence to the court. In other words, They didn't just tamper with the evidence and violate chain of custody protocols, but they basically lied to the court in the process. Jack Smith admitted in his latest filing that he misled the court. It's not that we've
seen everybody lying. Everybody that has a case has been lying. Everybody has been lying. Every case you look at.
Simply made a mistake. He literally admitted in court papers that he has misled the court. And legal experts are saying that is absolutely fatal to Smith's case. Here's legal commentator David Gelman.
What this means is it's a slam dunk for President Trump. There is no way that this trial, if it ever occurs, will happen prior to the election. Just cannot happen. Literally and figuratively cannot happen. What she saw today, or what she said in her opinion or her order, is pretty much that, Jack Smith, you have a lot of explaining to do. She has to go through all these pretrial motions now, because what Jack Smith misled the court in, which was documented last week and John Solomon was talking about it last night on your program, that he literally said, you know what, these documents that we have, they may not be in the same order. We mishandled them. So they're accusing President Trump of doing the exact thing that they actually admitted doing. That's the beauty of this. And, when you mislead a court, Grant, there is no coming back. You cannot do that. A judge will never look at you the same.
Gang, as you know, we look out for each other on this channel. Your safety and security is our number one priority. So if you haven't secured the deed to your home as of yet, you need to click on that link below right now. Don't wait. Custody involves giving an objective account for the evidence at every step of the investigation. The only way evidence is admissible in a court of law is if its chain of custody can be accounted for at every single point of its admission. You need documentation how the evidence was received, where then it was where it was stored, how it was stored, and who had access to it. At any point, if that chain of custody is broken, if there's no record of who or what was involved in the moment of that evidence, if there are inconsistencies with that evidence, if the evidence was exposed to any possible manipulation, it's no longer admissible because it could have been tampered with. Not necessarily that it was tampered with, but it could have been tampered with, and that's enough to disqualify the evidence. And that is basically what's happened to Jack Smith's classified document case. Now, what's brilliant here is that this decision by Judge Eileen Cannon, who, by the way, has been brilliant, I think, throughout these proceedings. I think she's been very fair to both sides. She's pushed back on and probed Jack Smith and his case consistently throughout to make sure that President Trump is getting a fair hearing here.
And we mentioned that.
Just to show you how sharp she is in all of this, by postponing the date for the trial indefinitely, Judge Cannon has left Jack Smith bereft of any ability to appeal her decision. It leaves Smith with nothing to appeal. A prosecutor has no basis to appeal a judge's decision declining to set a new trial date. So this case is basically dead. And what's so hilarious is that the legacy media now, they have no idea how to report this. They're literally shell-shocked. I mean, look at this absurdity from Politico. Prosecutors admit docks and boxes seized from Mar-a-Lago were inadvertently jumbled. Inadvertently jumbled. And then the byline claims that Jack Smith, well, he acknowledged he had, quote, mischaracterized the issue, but it wasn't significant. Don't worry about it. I mean, seriously, I mean this. How is this substantially any different from the kind of reporting we get in North Korea? I'm being totally serious. How is being this ideologically enslaved to the interests of our political elite formally any different to the ideological enslavement in North Korea? I'd really like an answer to that, because in the end, I'm sorry, I don't see a dime's worth of difference. What Politico is publishing there is blatant political propaganda coming straight from the bowels of the deep state. Here's CNN admitting that Trump has basically won. The cases against him have collapsed.
A delay, but also we should note Special Counsel Jack Smith really has voiced some serious concerns, if not animus, toward this judge.
Yeah, absolutely. And there may come a time when he tries to get her removed from the case, but at this point, that's premature. What Jack Smith knows tonight, though, is that it's very possible that he may not be able to bring either one of his federal cases against former President Trump before the election. And the election is a significant point on the calendar, because if Trump is reelected, he can have Jack Smith and both of his cases dismissed. Now, here, this case, the classified documents case, postponed indefinitely. But the other prosecution that Smith has brought, the January 6th case, also on ice while the Supreme Court contemplates if Trump has presidential immunity. Now, in their arguments a couple weeks ago, they signaled that they're not likely to toss that case out, but they might toss it back down to the trial court for more litigation, which, again, that's why it would make it impossible to bring before the November election. Obviously, we're here in Manhattan for this criminal case. The other one outstanding is the RICO case down in Georgia. But again, it goes back to the strategy of delay. By trying to have Fonnie Willis and Nathan Wade removed from the case, they successfully likely pushed that until late in this year. And it's very difficult, again, if Trump is reelected, to put him on trial down there. So this long game that they've been playing to try to delay everything overall has been successful.
They're all collapsing.
Told y'all.
All the cases against Trump are collapsing right before their very eyes.
And we told y'all 2 months ago that all this was going to collapse. We told you. We predicted it.
This classified documents case, keep in mind, it was supposed to be the strongest one of them all. It was the one that had the most evidence. It's the one that was supposedly had the most documentation. And now it's collapsed. The case has completely collapsed, as Jack Smith admitted, not only to tampering with evidence, but then basically lying about it to the court. And there's no coming back from that. And of course, as all of this is happening, you have the implosion of the Alvin Bragg case in Manhattan. The hush money case against Trump,
it's all falling apart, man,
has literally descended into a circus. It has degenerated into a theater of the absurd. Think about it. You had Judge Juan Merchant, a Democrat donor. Okay, you had this Democrat judge excoriate President Trump for not respecting the dignity of the court. And then in the next breath, he turns around and says, "Now bring out the porn star." This is beyond absurd at this point. If this is what the legal system is degenerated into in New York City, if you're there, you need to leave immediately. This is a theater of the absurd, and the entire world, not just the United States, the entire world sees it. And you know what? Even CNN sees it.
Watching all of this and reading all of these updates with us, and Paula, if I was describing the intensity in there this morning, I mean, this cross-examination took on a whole other level just now.
Yeah, and remember at the start of the day, the Trump team was outraged that they had so little notice about who the witness would be and so little time to prepare their cross-examination. Well, clearly, Caitlin, they're doing just fine. This is a devastating cross-examination. They have gotten Stormy Daniels to concede she hates Trump, that she has said that she would dance if he went to jail. They have pointed to the fact that she has said she will never pay him hundreds of thousands of dollars that she owes him. They've effectively undercut her credibility by getting her to talk about conversations she had, that impeaching her with her own book. I mean, this has been devastating for Stormy Daniels' credibility. Now, big picture, what does that mean for the case as a whole?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not much, because she doesn't have any direct evidence of the falsifying business records. What she could explain today is what exactly Trump was trying to hide between the Access Hollywood tape and Election Day in 2016. This illicit sexual encounter with a porn star back, over a decade prior. She was able to explain to the jury that and how she got paid. But I think what we should really take away from today is this is a preview of what Michael Cohen can look forward to. This kind of sort of devastating, eviscerating cross.
Even though everybody's waking up, man. Everybody knows what's going on. Everybody sees what's going on, man. Everybody knows this is election interference. And shout out to... Oh, man. I got to end the video off on something funny, you guys. I have to, man. Because my Patriots are something. You guys are something else, man. Oh. Roberto sent me an email. He says, "Yeah, Rick, it's sad. And you know what's even sadder? Stormy Daniels tapes." I went on Google search and I searched up her tapes and what she did, and there are some of the most worst tapes I've ever seen. And he says I've even You know, I've seen a fair share of good tapes, you know, of my favorites, and hers just was a 0 out of 10. -0.1/9, -10. That was a funny email, y'all. That was funny. I receive crazy emails every single day, comments, a lot of love, and also a lot of people massaging Joe's feet in the comments. Yeah, shout out to all the Joe Biden lovers in the comments. Yeah, keep boosting this video to get more patriots to come on, join the channel as we call all this corruption out, baby. Yes, indeed, man. I love you guys. I encourage y'all to spread the love, man. Comment down below, whether you leaving hate or love. Just know that I love you. I don't care what side you're on, but we're going to keep calling this stuff out, man. We're going to keep bringing it updates, and we're going to continue to have fun, man. And we're going to continue to spread the love while we do it, baby. I love you guys. Y'all have an amazing rest of your day. Take care of yourself, and I will catch my beautiful patriots in the next one. Peace and love, y'all.